Fragrances not to buy in 2023. Number one, 1 million, the original. This is overplayed now. It's been around for many years and I think it's just lost its relevance a little bit. If I was going to be starting my collection again and I wanted to buy something like 1 million, I would go with either Burberry Hero EDP, or if you want a 1 million but you want one that's better, more interesting, longer lasting, and not a fragrance everyone's going to be wearing or has worn in the past, go for 1 million Parfum. This for me is the best in the 1 million line. I love the suntan, salty vibe it gives. It's bright, it's sweet, but it's fresh at the same time, and it smells like you've been laying on a beach. Great for a vacation, great for the summer, and it's just a really amazing, strong fragrance for the money. It lasts a long time and it smells amazing. Now, another fragrance I would leave behind now we're in 2023 is Oud Wood by Tom Ford. This is going to be a very controversial pick, but I just don't really see the massive appeal in Oud Wood anymore. The price has gone up, I think, about 3 times in the last year or 18 months. I think this 250ml bottle is now over £500. It's just too expensive for what you get. The performance is lagging. It literally lasts about 3 hours on my skin. Yes, it smells amazing. It does smell really nice. It's a beautiful entry-level oud fragrance, but you can just get a better fragrance for the money, or you can get a cheaper oud fragrance, which we're going to talk about just now. So you could get Versace Oud Noir. Smells similar, doesn't smell the same, of course. It's not going to be as high quality, but it does smell really nice for an oud fragrance, and it's a lot cheaper than Oud Wood. Okay, now let's look at Guerlain. I wouldn't buy Guerlain L'Homme Eau de Toilette. I would instead pay the slightly more extra money for Guerlain L'Homme EDP. This is one of the best men's signature style fragrances on the market. It's got a beautiful cherry note with leather, with almond, and it's kind of sweet, and it's sweet and sexy, but you've got this sort of leathery character in the base of the fragrance. It's an amazing fragrance, and it's a great signature style fragrance that you can wear every day. The original EDT is just a bit too bland for me now, and I don't particularly enjoy it. I much prefer the EDP. Now, in my opinion, it's time to move on from Creed Aventus. I don't think it's worth the money anymore. The price in the UK is now around £280 for 100ml. It's a joke of a price, it's insulting, and for the quality of fragrance you get, it is not worth it in a million years. The opening of Pineapple is a beautiful opening. I haven't smelled an opening quite like it. No one who's cloned it has got the opening exactly right. But apart from that, it's just an overplayed scent, rubbish performance for £280. Spend your money on a better niche fragrance, something from Parfums de Marly, from Xerjoff, from Roger Dove, something with more character, something with more style, something with better ingredients that lasts longer, or just go from one of the other clones that I've mentioned in a previous video. Okay, I wouldn't go for BVLGARI's Man Glacial Essence. I bought this recently. Opening is lovely. It's a really nice fresh opening, and it does give you that kind of glacial ice cold feeling, which is really nice, but the performance is rubbish, and the price of these new BVLGARI fragrances, it's crazy. They want about £90 for 100ml. I don't understand why they are so expensive. I would instead go for Hermes H24 EDT. You can buy 100ml around £65. Doesn't smell exactly the same, but it still has a bright, fresh opening, and it smells like clean laundry, and it's a really good signature fragrance. So I would go with Hermes H24 over BVLGARI. And lastly, I wouldn't buy Matchpoint by Lacoste, the original, or the Eau de Parfum, because they're a bit too basic, generic, and boring. I would instead go for the newer Matchpoint Cologne. This smells much more my style. It's beautiful, citrusy, it's got some zestiness, it's bright, it's refreshing, and it's, as the name suggests, it's a cologne style. So it's not a cologne in concentration. I believe it's an eau de toilette, but it has that cologne vibe, so like an old school cologne with aromatics, with citruses, and it's a beautiful fragrance. I would go with Matchpoint Cologne over Matchpoint EDT or EDP. Let me know what other fragrances should we leave behind now we're in 2023.